here. Now this one here that I took out of the other sink, I'm going to go back to the other sink, hightail it over here. This one, for some reason, popped out of there, and it wasn't hooked up properly, so I'm going to have to get down underneath the sink and do it right, because I don't like it when it's not hooked up properly. You know? If it's not hooked up, you see this? Here's the one that used to be in there, and you can hold it down there and pull this like that and have it go down, but it may not want to hold the water because it's not hooked up, and you can pull it out like that. Now if yours does that, that means your little hole is not lined up properly, and then you have to go in from underneath. Okay, but before we do that, I'm curious to see if this one is going to actually fit in the hole. And you know what? I'm going to have to cut it. I still have to pull it down there. And see, it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit anyways. You see how this one here, when it goes down, you see how it fits flush in there nicely? I know, even if I were to cut this off or take it all apart, this one is just a hair bigger than that. So if I had to use this one and cut it off and everything, it might still work, but this is going to set up above this. It's not going to be 100% right. Will it work in a pinch? Yes. It will in a pinch, and I may have to cut it and make it work. Because the rubber gasket is there, when I pull it down, when I have the sink handle here, you know, right here, pulling it up and down, that controls this, okay? When I pull that down, when it goes down in the sink, after I cut the end, after I cut this end off and then take it apart, fish this down in there, this is going to set up above this edge, but it might still seal because there's the rubber there, and I could make that work. All right, I'm not too happy about it, and the insurance is going to cover it. So you know what I'm going to do probably next week? Guess what? I'm going to the store. I have to go to a wholesale house because most hardware stores don't have American Standard, or they can't order it for you. Okay, so I'm going to have to go to a wholesale plumbing house that carries American Standard products, and I'm going to order the whole assembly because I want this very same one to fit down in here. Okay, granted, this one here can fit in there, or I can unscrew this. What I'll do is unscrew this here, and it's reversible threads, remember? Okay, so I'm going to take that, because I have to pull that one all apart. I'm going to come back to that later, right? Off we go into the wild blue yonder.